and welcome to another episode of the Spatially Challenged Knitter and friends. But today it's going to be a little different. So it's going to be just me today. And we're going to have a little bit of entertainment at the beginning. Sit back, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks. Bye. Oh, I knew this was going to happen someday. She's not going to let me in the shop. Whoa there.
Halt! Who goes there?
Wait, Megan, it's me. What do you mean?
In order to enter the yarn shop, you must answer my questions 3. What is your name?
Fine. My name is Deborah Whitehurst, the Spatially Challenged Knitter.
What is your quest?
My quest, I seek the holy Shrug.
What is the airspeed velocity of a 100-gram ball of wool flying through the air?
Wait. Fingering or worsted?
I didn't think of that.
I have a knitting emergency today for the podcast. I have a friend who's been a friend for a long, long time, who it would give you the shirt off her back. She's just the sweetest person. She has a daughter who I've known since she was born, and we were stuffing her in flower pots and trying to take those cute newborn pictures that only professional photographers should take, because we actually made a mark on poor Emily's back, which I was assuring Chris that she would outgrow and no harm was done to the baby. But anyway, Emily is now graduating promoting from middle school and going into high school. And the middle school dress code says that you cannot wear spaghetti straps without a covering on them. And of course, her promotion dress is a cute sundress with spaghetti straps. So Chris called me in a panic. What do? We can't agree on a shrug. And when you go into the yarn shop, can you see what yarns Megan has in probably fingering weight, DK at the most, because promotion usually for middle school is held outside, and in San Diego, and especially inland, that can mean anywhere from temps in June to 80 to 90 degrees out on a blacktop. And so you don't want to have anything at all. You don't want to have any weight at all. So I found this beautiful knitting pattern and said, okay, well, what if I knit it for her? Why I said this, I don't know, because her mother is a perfectionist. And we all know my knitting is not perfection by any means, but I can do it. I could knit this for her. Can you get it done by June 6th? Yeah. I can get it done. Oh my God. So I did it. Okay. So I come running into the yarn shop, go straight to the fingering weight yarn. Okay, we've got a couple options in knitting for Olive, although it's wool, and so it's going to be a little hot, but if it's, this is a pretty open gauge shrug that I found. Okay, Megan, let's print the pattern. Oh my God, the pattern is out of date. Why it's still showing on Ravelry, I don't know. It says you can order from the woman if you contact her. So we look on her website to contact her, and it's not on the website, and it's only available in French and Japanese, which maybe I could get by in French. Je ne sais pas, but I would rather do something else that's in English. So I found one, thank God. And I hope it's going to work, because now that I found it and kind of decided on it and cleared it with her mom, I find out it's one size. And it says, oh, it's easily adjustable to fit the size, but it's like, oh my God, how do I do this without having the kid there? So anyway, I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you, maybe I'm gonna flip the camera around. Well, I will show you by putting it in front of my face. It is the Pappas Shrug by Midori Hiroshi, who did the ranunculus sweater. And I mean, this is that same cute girl that modeled the ranunculus sweater, and it doesn't look super oversized on her. I mean, it looks a little big, but it doesn't look super oversized. And she looks like she's probably about Emily's size, so I'm thinking we can probably go with it and we'll be okay. And I can have her try it on. I think we're gonna get together on May 18th, so I can have her try it on and hope to God it fits, and we don't have to rip the whole thing out. So now I'm looking for yarn. So I found when Megan was able to get in this cool fingering weight yarn, and it's a fingering weight pattern. And I really do want to flip this around. I don't know why I can't flip my phone around, but I'll turn it around so you can see the wall. So anyway, here is the Kobasi, and it's cotton, bamboo, and silk. And it's fingering weight. And I think it's going to be just perfect for what we need, because it shouldn't be too hot. And this pattern is a fingering weight knit on a size 10 needle. So it's gonna be really kind of loose and airy. I'm actually thinking about swatching and going down to a size 9 needle, just so it's not so loose and airy, because I don't know if that's gonna be okay for the dress code still. So I think I'll probably make a little swatch, try it on the size 10 needles, try it on the size 9 needles, and see if it's going to work, and which fabric we like better. And then if it is a little big, because it's a one size thing, if it's on a size 9 needle, it should fit her a little better anyway. And we can always make the super stretchy bind off on the sleeves. And I think I'll make the sleeves a little shorter so they're above the elbow, just because I think that's a little bit more youthful than the little bit longer sleeve. And Emily would probably like it better if it had a shorter sleeve. So that was my knit shop emergency. I'm getting ready to buy the yarn and cast on, and dear God, hope I can get this done and it fits her and it's not horrible, and it will be my graduation gift to her if I can actually get it done. Okay, I'll keep you posted. I'm sure this will show up in the works in progress in the next issue. Bye.
Go away, you Spatially Challenged Knitter. Bring me the cow. Bring me the chicken. Run away!
What I'm having problems with, and I need to just show you, and this is a paid for pattern, so I'm gonna try and cover up as much as I can so I don't get into trouble, but this is how you knit it. You knit the cuff, everything's flat. You knit the cuff, then you're adding in German short rows. And these German short rows are what's making the body poof out like this from the cuff. And then you come across and you hit the cuff again. And what I'm noticing is, because it's done at a very open gauge, you're doing a fingering weight yarn on size 10 needles. And so it's a very open fabric, very stretchy fabric, which is why it's a one size fit all. But I'm getting this pattern. And so it's a pattern that happens between the knit and the German short row. And I don't know if you can see it. Maybe if, I don't know.
You gotta pull it.
Yeah.
You can see it there though.
There, yeah, you can see it. And so here's my cuff, which is the normal knitting. And then here's where my German short rows are happening. You can see my stitch marker I put in so I know where my German short row is. And then when you look at the pattern on the other side, which is the exact same thing and a German short row, there's a lot more openness happening on this side than there was on the other side. The other side's kind of like two neat rows, and this side is like some big honkin' mess. And so what I want Megan to do is to watch me knit, and we'll like fast forward through the knitting part of it, but I want her to watch me knit a row so that I can have her tell me if I'm doing something wrong or doing something different on one side than the other that's causing this, and have her give me her opinion on what I need to do. If I'm, first of all, if I'm doing it wrong, rip out, or if I'm not doing it wrong, what I need to do to make this look right, because I want her to want to wear it. I don't want it to look homemade for her to wear to her promotion. So we're gonna pause for a moment, and I'm going to knit a couple of rows and have Megan watch me, and I can't imagine you'll find that fascinating, so I'm gonna turn that off, and then we're gonna come back and Megan can tell me what, if I'm doing something wrong, or what I need to do. Quick, bring me the holy hand grenade. We have to frog the entire project. Okay, here's an update on Emily's shrug. Notice who's holding the shrug right now. That would be because, once again, after coming into the shop at least 3 times already and having to have Megan fix little things that I dropped it off the couch last night and it fell off the needles. And so Megan had to go back for me because with this open of yarn, and these big of needles with the fingering weight yarn, I just could not get all of the stitches back on the needles properly. So a good thing to know as a beginning knitter, a lot of local yarn shops will help you or fix for you, and you can hire someone an hour of time, a half hour of time, whatever you need, and they can help you fix. And so what I've done is hired an hour of Megan's time for her to get me back to where I need to be, and also to get my ribbing started. And so I feel like if I can just get the ribbing started, be back underneath the sleeves where I need to be on the shrug, because I did do the seams, the 3 needle bind off, and got the seams done on the sleeves, and everything was going fine until I dropped half of the shrug off the needles last night, off the couch. And during the tumble, it was sad. We were saying it's like one of those paper towel commercials where you're screaming in slow motion, no, as you see the stitches go flying off of these wooden needles. And you would think with wooden needles, they would be a little bit more grippy, but this yarn, because it's an all plant fiber yarn, it is a very slippery yarn. I will say, I don't know that I would ever knit in it again on big needles. I think it would be great to knit like with socks on a 1 or a 2 where your stitches were right next to each other and were tight in there. But, having to knit it, like we said, for a promotion where it's probably going to be 90 degrees on the blacktop, we wanted it to be nice and airy for Emily. And so anyway, good trick to know as a beginning knitter is there are people who are geniuses at reading knitting and fixing mistakes, and sometimes you need to know when to just throw in the towel and ask for that help, and see if you can get someone to fix it for you so you can get going on your project again. Okay, thanks, Megan.
You're welcome.
Back to knitting jail for you. Bye.
Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of bananas.
No.
Peaches?
No.
Watermelon?
Elderberries, Megan. Elderberries.
Indeed.
After much crying and cursing, I'll include a little clip of Megan's cursing here. The shrug was completely reknit, completed, boxed, gifted, and worn. So our movie today has a happy ending, although it involved a lot of angst in a beginning knitter's life for 2 weeks, and a lot of angst in a shop owner's life because a beginning knitter kept coming in and bothering her for 2 weeks because of the shrug. And in the end, although the shrug was worn and the shrug was enjoyed, it lost its moment of glory when its owner was presented with another graduation gift. I'm so proud of you, Emily. I know you're going to have a great career in high school. Bye-bye. Thanks for sticking with this silly episode of the Spatially Challenged Knitter.